Hello fellow gamers, Jim here, and welcome to Strawberry Jam Chapter 2, where we're actually going to play a level. So our first target is a forest path. Now, just quickly before I jumped into the actual level, I just wanted to call out the fact that I know my keyboard is making a really loud, annoying clicking sound, which some people might find quite nice, but I'm trying to stay as far away from it as I can. Maybe with a better mic, who knows, one day, if it gets too annoying. Also, I just wanted to call out the loveliness of this lobby. I didn't really go over it too much, but it is absolutely gorgeous. We can see we've got some crabs. We've got a lovely blue lake here with a boat tied up. It's just really nice little attention to detail, as well as, of course, the bench. Now, the forest path, I believe, is down sort of directly under me from here. So let us go and find it. And the other thing I wanted to say, I will try and make a point of calling out as I go, but this mod pack, this collaborative effort, also known as a collab in the community, was done by like hundreds of people, like hundreds, maybe dozens, over 100 people certainly, maybe 200, I don't know, but like dozens and dozens of people worked on this. So where I can, I will try and give due credit. I believe this is the level that we're after. Forest Path by Asterisk. Asterisk? Is that how you spell asterisk? I thought there was an X. Anyway, and here we can see the music is by Catapillie. Sticker by Fionway, and I will talk about the stickers in a bit. Playtesting by A Buff Zucchini, Banana 23, Bissy, Coffee, Power AV, Projecteer, and the captain of the entire lobby is Quinnigan. So, let us jump in and enjoy said lovely music. Now, I mentioned cheat mode before in the last episode. So, cheat mode for this playthrough will do two things. Firstly, it opens the silver berries instantly, which I'm not worried about just yet. Jim the editor here, and I realised I never actually explained what silver berries were in Strawberry Jam. They effectively act as the golden berries from the base game, which is to say the hitless or deathless challenge berries, where you pick them up at the start of the level, and if you die, they send you all the way back to the beginning. So you have to beat the whole thing in one go to collect it. Now, why is it silver, not golden? We'll see. We'll see. I might get the silver berries in this playthrough, who knows. The other thing it does, if you check out the pause menu right here, we can see at the bottom we have the berry markers. So normally when you beat a level for the first time, or when you play through a level for the first time, those 4 dots will not be there, neither will the silver berry. So all it does is it unlocks it for your first playthrough, and in this case the berry markers tell you that there are 4 berries in the map, and then they will light up in a specific order. So if you collect a berry and it's the 3rd berry in the map, the 3rd of those 4 dots will light up. Oh god, I accidentally retried. Right, now, what have we got going on in this lovely map? So we've got a nice aesthetic, so it's in a forest, as we were taught to expect from the title, Forest Path. We've got use of these dash crystals from the main game, which I'm sure you'll recognise. This is a green beginner lobby map, so we're expecting this to be a pretty chill affair. Now, what have we got here? So this game also teaches people to be curious, because we've got something interesting looking up top there. So let me navigate my way carefully through there. I nearly died there, so be careful. And then you can see we've got a spring here, and lo and behold, our very first strawberry jam, strawberry, or berry, as I think most people in the community just call them. So that's nice. So that is berry number 1. Oh, I keep... So normally how I access my pause menu, if I press it twice, it retries. Anyway, right, so now where the level is starting to pick up. So we want to make our way through here carefully. There's a spring on this wall. Ah, now. This is the main gimmick of this level. So this is a new type of dash crystal you will not have seen if you played through the base game. If you pick it up, it gives you this glowing silhouette. And what that basically does is it turns every solid object into a dream block. If you remember the dream blocks from chapter 2, well, suddenly the whole world becomes your dream block when you have one of those. They only last for one dash, and I can't show it on this one. And if we look over here, if you dash into spikes, you will still die. So don't do that. And yeah, so that one's a bit sneaky, so you need to go up diagonally through there. Very chill music in this map, which I quite like. Right, so something a bit more complicated here. So if you remember the gym taught you can dream grab. So you can dream grab on this type of block as well by holding right. You can also dream jump. So in exactly the way that the gym taught you. So do feel free to use those two techniques because the gym taught us that. Right, now then. Ah, yes. So we can see we're having to do a little bit of reacting on the fly. Try and find a safe path through these spikes that you can dream jump, that you can dream dash through. Oh yeah, and if you dream dash, oopsie. If you dream dash onto a block with springs on the other side, they will spring you off. I don't believe. No, there is. There's at least one dream block in the base game with a spring on it. Do you know? Question of the day. Do you know where that spring is? Okay, so now this one is interesting. So it wants us to pick this up and then head back without using it, so that we can use it on this wall here. Cha! Just like that. I think the speed run might do something sneaky where you come down through that wall directly, but I ain't no speed runner. Okay, loving this. Now we're going kind of into the forest path, which is nice. So I was tricked by the level, which I guess is fair enough. It's what the level is there to do. So actually what you want to do, instead of dashing through there, which may seem like the play, I just noticed this spring down here. So we can actually get our way over here without using a dash, so that we can then dash through there like that. Lovely! How exciting. Yeah, I'm enjoying the vibes of this level. Very chill. Right, okay, so now what do we do? Ah, I see what we do. So we pick that up, and then we think we want to dash through here. Yep. And then we want to grab that and dash up. Great success. Ooh, these flowers are tricksy, because right next to them is a set of spikes. So just be careful of those spikes on your way up, like that. Fantastic. Ooh, hello. We come to our next berry. I hope this is our next berry. And this is why I wanted the pause menu to be unlocked, because now I can, when I collect it, yeah. So you can see the first berry was indeed the first icon. So I can, if I collect this and it's not the next one along, I will know that I've missed one. Right. So I think we need to do this. Okay. Now I think this here, in order to get this berry, we need to go back through and get it like that. Excellent. You might have seen me collect that berry already on my video. Somewhere. I won't say where. Right, so this is the same idea. So we want to come through those without using the dash to get to the end there. Very good. Interesting. So what do we do here? Ah, okay. So I think this is showing us that we can indeed dash through water. Which again is no real surprise if you've played base game. You can indeed dash in water, but the dream dash holds up, so that's nice. So through we go. Now, interesting. Jump. It's not very helpful, is it? What does it mean, jump? I know how to jump, and yes, I bind my buttons to numpad 1. Don't at me, bruh. No, it is a bit of a weird binding, I'm sure, but it does work quite nicely. When I first played Celeste, played the whole thing on controller, and had a good time. But I've changed recently to keyboard. I find it makes the harder stuff a bit easier. Right, what did I just do there? Well, I don't know if I respawn. Yeah, okay, respawn back here. So what this bird is trying to tell you is reminding you that you can do a dream jump, because if you just try and make it over like that, you will not reach. So instead, the solution is to dream jump through that block. Gets you a lot more distant. You retain your dash, and then you can dash up through it like that. Right, let's have a little look through our binoculars here. Our bino. Ah, yes, I remember this. I remember this. Right, let's do that firstly. Okay, so the way I remembered doing this the first time round, I think you could do something complicated like that, maybe. But I don't think that's the play, because instead you just want to do this again. Okay, now, fantastic. Now here we can you see the dilemma? We want to go up there, and I'm not going to do that, even though I could, because that is not in the spirit of the beginner lobby. So instead, this is a bit of a puzzle, saying, okay, well, how the hell do you get over there using the techniques that we know of in the beginner gym? Because you just don't make it if you try and dash. So instead, we ignore it and then proceed to the next level. Except we don't, because what you can do instead, you pick up the dream crystal from there, and then use it to do a dream jump like that. And then you can use those springs to get you through. Haha! Great success. It's Jim the editor here again. And as I was watching my playback in editing, shockingly enough, I realised I missed a potential secret. So let's have a little look. So in this screen, we can pick up this dream crystal and bring it back through, which I think we do elsewhere in the level. And then, I believe, yeah, we can bring it up to here, so you can actually reach this part of the screen, which didn't even occur to me before. So now, we've got a whole new screen. So this bird is still teaching us that we can dream dash. And it's another route to this screen, which we'll come to in a bit. So, yeah, don't know how I missed that, but never mind. Quite a nice bonus secret there. Oh yeah, that was indeed the second berry. I forgot, I didn't actually check. So that's nice little secret to find early doors. Okay. Now here we have a berry room, which is nice. Usually, if you see two paths and one of them is harder to get to, it usually means that there's a berry down that path. So if you're going for the berries, try and explore a bit, go for the harder paths. Okay, so let's just see if this is a bit intuitive, what we're supposed to do. No, that is not what we're supposed to do. I believe I have sussed it out with a dream jump like that, and here we go. And I think if you took the main path, so if you went back and you took the path to the right, you would eventually come up through this gap here, and in that case there would be no way to get that berry, even though you could see it, so it would be taunting you. And that is indeed berry number 3, you can see on my list down there. Right, now I think, yep, a couple of quick dream jumps in a row. Same again here. Now from memory, I think this is level, yes, here we go. There's our 4th and final berry, which is nice. And then a bit more dream jumping to be done. Oopsie, but I think you got to react quite quickly here. So, yes, we can see we've got a spring there, which is nice. So now we've got the berry. Uh-oh. Oh, we just made it. We just made it. I hesitated a bit right at the end, and I nearly didn't make the jump. Okay, so that is our fourth and final berry, and I believe, yes, here we are at the end of the screen. So, where you used to collect big hearts in the base game, we've got these little mini ones for each individual level in this lobby, which is pretty cute. Otherwise, they act the same way as the big hearts. But the one thing that I want to try and do is, what we know in the biz as a heart ultra. And the jam jar fills up with a nice satisfying look. And if we go back onto the screen, we can see we got all our berries, and we died 16 times, which I'm not too worried about the death count at the beginner lobby. I think that's fine. So just before we leave, I think it would be fun to just jot down my thoughts about the level. And I've got a little terrible page, I don't know, screen to do that. So the first thing to talk about, gameplay and mechanics. Well, I love dream blocks. I think they're one of the most fun things from the base game, so definitely enjoy maps with them in it, even in this unique form. I do like dream crystals in general, although of course the application here was pretty straightforward, given it's the first level in the entire collab and it's designed to be pretty chill. The navigating your way through the spikes though was a nice touch. So yeah, big thumbs up from me to see that. The general aesthetic I thought was pretty nice, very plain. All the screens looked the same, but it was, you know, it was nice, and the vibe with the music, it gelled together really nicely. Berries, great to see 4 berries in any level. I think the maximum in any of these individual levels is only 5. So yeah, 4 is grand. I do love me some shinies, and also it's a bit subtle, but bit of a subtle point, but it's nice that some of them were out on the main path, just sort of in plain view, hanging around. The base game did this a lot, and while I don't dislike like a whole separate side room for a berry, I think mixing the two together is nice. And in the later maps, you'll see a lot of just like side room berries, which is, again, it's fine, but you know, it's nice to have the two. And then on the difficulty and the fun side of things, well, it's clearly not a difficult map, although I did die a couple of times legit, just like completely got caught out by the level, so fair enough. I did like the rooms towards the end where you had to chain a few things together, and as I've mentioned before, navigating your way through the spikes as well. There was a bit of a puzzle in there for the third berry, which was pretty cool, where you had to grab the dream crystal from a later room and then come back and use it. So that was great, and I did have fun. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good time. So what a great start to Strawberry Jam, and a big thumbs up from me. So then, the only thing left to do now is to check out the journal once more, because I said I would talk about it. I didn't forget. I totally forgot. I'm doing this after I've already edited the video. But if we check out the journal, what's that? We get a lovely sticker. And so that sticker represents that we've cleared Forest Path, and is a really nice touch. And as you can imagine, the journal will be covered in all these stickers by the end when we finish them off. And yeah, we can see the total stats from Forest Path. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.